Hi, I'm Adriana in Long Beach, and I have got some interesting reads for you today. The first read is from the New York Times, and it is a story about Hasidic yeshivas that take hundreds of millions of dollars in public money and apply it to their private boys and girls schools that do not engage in regular curriculum that teaches children how to read and write in English. And this is an issue that's been going on for a long time, but according to the New York Times, it has been ignored because the Hasidic Jews are a powerful voting bloc, and school board members, all the way up to the state level, are afraid to oppose them. Very interesting article. I want to tell you that I learned about this article from the podcast from Slate called Political Gabfest. And they discussed it, and that made me want to read it. Here's the thing that I want to tell you stuck out to me about this article. Parents whose children are in these schools know that the schools are not offering a regular school curriculum as far as the amount of actual learning, math, history, English that you are supposed to get in a public school, but they don't care because the thing that they want their children to learn is the values of the Hasidic community. And it is known that with after graduating from 12th grade, after having gone to Hasidic schools your entire school career, you're not prepared for a regular college. You're actually not even prepared to go to college in Israel, to be honest. You're not prepared for a job. And that is used to keep the graduates in the community, to keep them from straying because they literally can't go anywhere else because they don't have the skills to support themselves anywhere else. Um, of course, that is not the story of every yeshiva. This is an interesting article, and I recommend that you read it. The reason I recommend that you read it is it kind of tees up the next three articles I'm about to talk about. The next one is from the Atlantic or the New Yorker. Oh, it's from the New York Times Magazine. When a campus clash is caught on video. So for this one, it is an hour and 2-minute read, but I am only interested in bringing to you the last 9 minutes because they detail a concerted, systemic effort of right wing conservatives combining with white nationalists, combining with white nationalists that run social media platforms and media platforms, targeting academics and literally trying to attack academia at the college level. This whole article is really interesting. It's about an incident that took place at ASU, and the author is actually a professor at ASU and gives a history behind why this incident even came up and what ASU should have been doing all along to prevent an incident like this from ever happening. But in on the back end of the article, they discuss how ASU is not taking seriously this systemic concerted effort to attack academia that's coming from a coalition on the right that includes white nationalists. So the next article I want to talk to you about is called Read Scare, and that is also from the New York Times Magazine. And it is about a particular community in Texas, I believe, that pretty much tried to pull off the shelves of their school library and their municipal library out of the children's section books that you and I would consider totally normal, such as The Midnight Kitchen, the children's storybook, and books that you and I would consider completely acceptable sociology type books, such as Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Trying to pull all that off the shelf and trying to literally keep children in the community, not just their children, but all children, from reading these books. And not to put too fine a point on it, but the majority of the people behind this effort are Christian nationalists. So then the next article I want to recommend to you is from Mother Jones, and it's called "The Most Powerful Moms in America Are the New Faces of the Republican Party." And it's about a group called Moms for Liberty, which is made up of moms, but is funded by high up right wing and Christian nationalist groups that want to use these moms and activate them to run for school board or to get members that agree with them on the school board as a launching pad, a built in infrastructure to get up ticket Republicans elected. And the basis upon which the Moms for Liberty are activated is completely based on conspiracy theories pushed by QAnon and pushed by right-wing media. This story in the New York Times about the yeshivas is literally only about the yeshivas. But the point I'm trying to make by stringing these articles together is that Christian nationalism, right-wing white nationalism, zealotry, period, is attempting to infect and destroy public education, or to use public education as a launching pad for all kinds of right-wing policy positions. In fact, in the Moms for Liberty article, they talk about how the real motivation is to destroy public education and have it replaced by parochial or charter schools where the curriculum is dictated by the kinds of people that are in Moms for Liberty. Now, who has time to read all this? Nobody. I didn't read it myself. I only read with my eyes the very first article in the New York Times. The rest of these I listened to, and I used an app called Audm, AUDM, that plays the articles for you the way you would play a podcast. And I get on my little on my bicycle for a little exercise ride, and I queue up the articles I want to listen to, and I listen to them. It allows me to imbibe a lot more news without having to strain my eyes, because I actually use readers now, and to be able to multitask while I do it. Fold laundry, do household chores, whatever, and have the articles read to me right in my ear. I highly recommend Audm. But I highly recommend paying attention this November to your down ticket races. Who is running for school board and what are they about? You need to find out. You need to know. You need to stay informed. Thank you very much for listening.